To start, we're going to brown 1 cup of unsalted butter. The main reason we're starting with this is because we're going to have to let this cool completely before using it. Be aware if you're using a darker pan, it'll be hard to see when your butter starts to brown. Once we have our butter browned, it'll probably be under 1 cup, so we can add 2 to 3 teaspoons of cold water. Now we're going to want this to cool to room temperature. You can put it in the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes, but no longer than that. We will be using 1 cup of bread flour, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. While waiting for the butter to cool, we can sift together the 1 cup of bread flour, the 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, the 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and the 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Once that's nice and sifted, we can start putting the good stuff together. We'll be using 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 full egg, and the other one will just be using the egg yolk, 1 cup of dark brown sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Once our butter has reached room temperature, in a large bowl we're going to add 1 cup of dark brown sugar, 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and the butter. Make sure to get all the browned butter crumbs out because they give your cookies more of a nutty flavor. We're going to blend all this together on mid to high range. Once we get those well incorporated together, we're going to add our 1 egg and 1 egg yolk and blend that also. If your batter's not looking like this, it's looking more oily, that means your butter wasn't cooled long enough. It's fine, your cookies will still come out good, but just remember next time to let it cool longer. Alright, now we're going to put the flour in, about 1/3 at a time. So we'll be adding 3/4 of a cup of walnuts, 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate, and 3/4 of a bar of dark chocolate. For the walnuts, we're going to chop these. We don't want to break them all apart into crumbs, so we're going to use a knife and cut them. We'll be cutting the dark chocolate with a serrated knife. Once we have all those ingredients ready, we'll throw them in the bowl and mix them all together. Now that we have everything mixed together really well, we're going to use 2 spoons to create each cookie. And I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just looking to make them around the same size. I'm not worried about the spacing right now because I'm going to be putting them in the fridge for the next 4 to 24 hours. I'm going to cook them at 14 minutes at 350 degrees. The colder they are, the more fluffy they are. I bake 6 to 8 at a time based on the size of your cookie sheet and about 1 inch to 1.5 inches apart. Thank you again for watching Cooking with Texas Chevy. My next video will be about how to make homemade tamales from scratch.